Hey everybody, and welcome to the May Block Captain information session. Please enjoy this video from the comfort of your own home while you shelter in place. This is a BYOD event, bring your own drink. So it is very important that at any time you can pause this video and go to the cabinet or fridge, wherever beverages are stocked. Feel free to pull them out. I hope this video does not interfere with anyone's howling. That is not what we want to do with this. So at 8 p.m., if you're watching this, feel free to pause. If you don't know what howling is about, ask someone else. Okay.
Go outside and figure it out.
Go outside, meet some neighbors. So just as a reminder as well, this is just a information session that Kristen and I, as well as some others from the steering committee, are going to be speaking to you about the agenda. This is not, we will be doing a separate Zoom open forum, which we will be using to discuss any questions you may have on the topics in this or other questions that you have. Any of that stuff, just post it below in the comments. That way, if you tell us ahead of time, we can look into it and make sure that we have detailed responses for you during the open forum, okay? Yes.
So we first wanted to start off with some coronavirus updates. It's on everybody's mind. It is the most important thing in everyone's life right now for most. So we just wanted to remind you of things that you should be doing as block captains during this shelter in place that has now been extended through the month of May. We want to continue to remind you that it is important for you to shelter in place. We're role models for our community on what is the best practices in safety. And so it's really important for us to be models for our community in what that looks like. So that means following all of the guidelines that have been issued. We want you to check in with your neighbors as you can, but that does not mean going door to door. That means checking with them on phone calls, Zoom, meeting up with them 10 feet away, maintaining that social distancing and modeling that social distancing while walking around the valley is really important as well. The current health ordinance by the Marin Health and Human Services requires masks over the age of 12. They do say that it is optional for some periods of time. For example, if you're exercising, everyone has a different level of what exercising looks like. For some, that may be going on a walk. For others, that means you're still wearing a mask while you're mountain biking. So it looks different for everyone, and we want to remember that as role models for our community, we do want to encourage positivity and helpfulness and being accepting of others. You don't know what they're going through. You don't know their health situation. Maybe they cannot wear a mask. You don't know. So we just want to continue to maintain that level of just awesomeness for our neighbors. We did want to remind you that as of last Wednesday, it is required for masks to be worn. We have a couple examples here of what masks can look like. So we have a toddler running around, and although toddlers aren't required to wear masks, nor should they under the age of 2, this is going to be something that he may have after he's a toddler, and we want him to kind of get used to it. So as we're leisurely walking, he wears this little mask, and we'll post the link for how to make these masks down below. But for little guys, it's easier to wrangle them and get them loops around their ears. For us, we don't like the ear loops, so we have elastic that goes around our head. For others, maybe you don't have a crafty bone in your body, and that's okay. A bandana will do when you're out walking around the valley or not running, not biking necessarily. So just remember to wear masks as appropriate.
If you're a DIYer, down below, again, there's links. Anything we're talking about, we're going to try and post links both in the agenda as well as below in the comments section. So,
there's also a lot of neighbors, I forgot to mention this is one of mine, but we have a lot of neighbors who have offered to make masks for those who cannot either afford or don't have craftiness in their blood. So we have those people and those contacts for you as well. If that's something you need, just let us know.
As well, just as a heads up on, since Marin Health ordinances, the current shelter in place has been extended as well. So we'll post a link to how long that is, because it's now going into May, okay? Some things that as a block captain, you should not be doing, okay? First and foremost, always never put yourself at risk. Do not become the victim, okay? And what that means is if your neighbor needs something, that you do not need to break the social distancing rules, okay? You can stay that 10 feet apart. Also, remember, you're a volunteer, so just don't put yourself in danger. If you feel uncomfortable with anything that's being asked, you do not have to do it, okay? Similarly, if a neighbor is having a medical emergency, okay, call 911. Call your local dispatch. You do not, again, need to make yourself a victim. So that's just some healthy tips as we kind of are juggling through this. I know some people wonder, what is my role as a block captain? And your role is always do what you can and do what's safe, okay? Guys, so excited to continue this meeting, and have a wonderful day.